Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Ehtisham Khan and we are discussing here the organon of medicine and homeopathic philosophy. Now if I ask you a question, why this organon of medicine is difficult for us? A homeopathic philosophy is difficult to understand, or what are the hurdles we face during our studies? There are mainly 2 or 3 points are coming to my mind, which are: number 1, the time gap, the hyper-philosophical language of the organon. Number 2, actually the language gap. And number 3 is our own mindset. So let us discuss one by one. What are those hurdles and why they are virtual, not the actual one? Number 1, the time gap. All of us know that this organon of medicine have been written around 200 years ago, and in present context, understanding those philosophy is the temperament which with the organon was written is a bit difficult for us. That take for example why the organon has been written in aphoristic style. I remember one of our esteemed teacher who belongs to modern school of medicine and was teaching us. We asked once that, sir, why don't you read organon? You are teaching homeopathic students for years and you didn't have even read organon of medicine. So the plain answer was, मैंने गीता नहीं पढ़ी तो organon क्यों पढ़ूंगा? मुझे एक सिंपल फॉर्म के बुक में दे दो, मैं पढ़ लूंगा. So this is the thing with the organon of medicine. Number 2 is the time gap. The text of the organon of medicine was written 200 years ago, and that too in German language, and then it was translated many times. Even the latest means the translation which we are following, that Dudgeon's translation and Borik's translation, that too are 100 years old. That means the language, the English language, is either modified from during the translation, and there are many interpretations of the same concept or same phrase with different translations. And other thing is, these translations are also in the Old English which we are following. So how many of us knows about the Orly's translation of organon of medicine? These are available. These are latest English translation and easily understandable. So we can follow this translation. And then this language gap also has been made more difficult due to uses of complex sentence. You will see that a whole aphorism is a single sentence. That is a complex sentence. The mode of complex sentence are or have been followed throughout the organon of medicine, and the later authors have followed this organon of style, this organon style in their books also. Even the Stuart Close, Roberts, and Robert is the pretty easiest one of the philosophy to understand, Robert's philosophy. But this Kent's philosophy and Stuart Close philosophy language is, the temperament of the language is same as that of organon of medicine. So this is the language gap. In this age, when we are following the language of WhatsApp or messengers, these poetical languages are very difficult to understand for us. Number 3 is our own mindset. By that I mean that both the mindset of our teachers and mindset of our students. The mindset of students is that I remember one of our school teacher used to say that math has been difficult because of the common perceptions of people that math is difficult. Otherwise, math is the easiest subject you will find. So our perception about the organon of medicine is more or less the same way. It is hyper-philosophical. Leave it for those who are philosophical or those who are following these sort of things. I cannot understand. I just want to pass examination. And number means the subset of this mindset is of teaching style. The questioning, there has not been open discussions in our institutions on concept of organon of medicine or concept of homeopathic philosophy. There has not been. They are just imposed on the student's mind like a religious text. And questioning Organon or questioning the master Hahnemann or even master Kent has been to means blasphemy for our institutions. These sort of mindset have made the study of Organon of medicine as a closed door room, means where you have to go, pray and come out without asking anything. This is not the style of teaching Hahnemann propagated.